Welcome to my Manchester United 16-17 season player predictions. First up, we've got David De Gea. Now, I've kept this card exactly the same as it was before. I don't really think there needs to be a change to it. 86 rated is extremely high. Maybe he could just tip an 87 because I do think he's in the top 3 best keepers in the world. But yeah, he's staying the same for me. First up, in the right back position, I've got the Italian, Dariman. And I've also kept him the same. This is a tad boring so far, but yeah, it gets better later. Again, he was injured towards the end of last season, but he played really well when he did. 81 rated is extremely high rated for a fullback, so I'm just going to keep him as he is for now. Now here is the first interesting change I made. I've taken Bally up from 79 pace up to 80. I've taken his passing up from 52 to 60, his dribble from 57 to 60, and then his defence and physical to flat 80s, and an overall of 79. He's extremely fast in real life from what I've seen. His passing is actually pretty decent. Dribble is fairly standard for a fullback. His defence, I'm giving him 80, but that might be a little bit too much since this guy is not a tried and tested centre-back fully. Yeah, he's still growing, but 80 defence seems fair to me, and 80 physical is what he had before. He's actually had high-low work rates before, which you would really hope he doesn't have on FIFA next year, at least high-medium maybe. So yeah, that's the new centre-back. Next, we've got another big upgrade with Chris Smalling. I've taken from an 82 to an 84 rated centre-back. Keeping the pace sort of similar, I've upped the defence a little bit more. And kept the physical the same. He's just an all-round amazing centre-back. He's doing really well for England. He's become England's first choice centre-back. He's just dominated at the back for Manchester United all last season. Basically their star player. Finally, the last man in defence, we've got Luke Shaw. Now, I actually really like this player, but I've kept him all the same just because of that horrendous injury he got at the middle of the season-ish, late January I think it was. So yeah, I've kept him the same rating, but great player, should have really high potential in career mode, but I've kept him the same due to that injury. Now this is where it gets interesting. We're onto the midfield here and we've got Pogba. Now I've taken him up to an 87 from an 86. He's actually the latest signing at United. He just signed yesterday at the time of recording this. I've just bumped all his stats up a tiny bit just because of probably the overhype and stuff like that. I've taken him up 1 pace, 1 shooting, 1 passing, 1 defence, and that's it really. I think all the other stats are pretty fair, but I've bumped him up to an 87 just because he's a top world class player. But at the same time, 87 is a really high rating, and we'll get to see what he does in the Prem. Now we've got Herrera, keeping in the same rating, not much to say really. Did a pretty standard job. He's a really decent little player. Played more at the cam role to be fair, but just for the sake of this I put him in the centre mid because we don't know the locked in other centre mid at United in the coming season. So I've just kept him the same, really decent little player. Now on to my favourite signing at United this season, Mkhitaryan. Now I've absolutely loved this boy at Dortmund. He is a goal and assist machine on that wing. He scores and assists so many goals overall. This guy is going to be a fantasy Premier League beast. I've actually bumped his pace up a little bit because he's really fast. I bumped his shooting up to 78 because he can finish, and his passing and bumped that up to 83 because at the end of the day he's a winger. He gets a lot of assists, make a lot of great key passes, so the dribbling I have to put up 1. But yeah, an overall 85 from an 83 on this guy here. Wayne Rooney. Now this might be a bit of a controversial one, but I've taken him down from an 86 to an 85, moved into a centre forward. I've knocked his pace down 5 because this guy's getting slow now. I just don't think he's making them runs anymore. He's definitely not an out-and-out striker. I've knocked his shooting down a little bit as well. I've actually put his passing at 1 because his passing is still absolutely sublime, and I reckon 82 is actually a fair rating for his passing. Yeah, and that's Rooney really. I hope he has a better season this season. Now on to one of the most exciting prospects at Manchester United, Martial. I've kept him actually at 79, which I moved him to left mid. He had a striker card, I moved him to left mid. He's played left mid all season. which I think is disgraceful. He is a striker, he's not a winger. It's a shame that he's been pushed out there, but he's never going to get Ibrahimovic out that striking spot. I've kept him all the same stats. I think he's quite fair stats really. 77 shooting, he's really decent. The pace, the passing, maybe his passing might be bumped up a little bit, but he's still not a natural passer. I mean, he is a striker. So yeah, I've kept his stats the actual same, but moved him to that left mid. And finally, at the striker position, we have Zlatan Ibrahimovic, the man, the myth, the legend, and again, slightly boring, but I've kept him the same. The only players I've increased is Bally, Smalling, Pogba, adjusted Rooney down a bit, upgraded Mkhitaryan, and moved Martial to left mid. I'm keeping this big man the same. I think he had a great season, but it wasn't overly special. Bear in mind, he did nothing for his country, and it was a pretty standard season for him over at Paris Saint-Germain. I don't think he's going to be as great in the league in the BPL for me. That's just my opinion. But yeah, this is the United squad. My rating predictions. I think these are all quite fair. Anyway, let me know in the comments below any of your opinions. If you disagree, agree.